love here. God, I love you guys. What? So the question is ultimately.
Sorry. What experience have marked you most in your life, and as a human being, and why?
Wow. There have been so many amazing experiences traveling to different cultures and countries, or seeing different cultures in different countries. There's no one single event. I can honestly say, I mean, looking at, God, there's just so many places. I don't even know. I've been on 3 continents in the last 7 days. North America, Asia, and Europe. It's crazy. Last year, I think maybe 2 years ago, I was in Africa. I know, it's so interesting. But no, actually, I was in Zimbabwe, and this scientist, this man Alan Saber, who's literally like Father Earth. He's this amazing scientist who's literally figured out a way through agriculture to slow climate change. I mean, literally slow it to a crawl. Crazy. Check him out. He's going to change the world, and we're going to help him do it. But I was in Africa, man, and living in this tent, and there's like, when you get out of the tent late at night to go to the bathroom, there's no running water, no electricity, nothing. In the bathroom there's like one little hut with a toilet and a bathtub. Best bath ever, heated by solar. It's incredible. But when you get out of your tent, because there's lions everywhere, so you have to take your torch and you get out of the tent and you shine and you're just making sure you don't see any eyes, like crawling. And if you do see eyes, and it's a lioness, literally from here to the wall, and I would just say, "It's okay, girl. I was just gonna go pee. I love you, and I'm just gonna wait in here until you leave. But you're beautiful and amazing, and I love you. And okay, yeah, I'm gonna go back inside now." And I would close the tent, and I would sit there, and my heart would go. And I would think, man, there's a 250-pound cat 20 feet away from my tent right now. And just the closeness, that closeness to wildlife like that was profound. I woke up every morning and sat with Alan and his amazing wife, and Tim Klingler, the executive director of ISF, and this guy Jeff Schatz, who's my brother, who's my directing partner in the documentary that we were shooting. And they have an elephant named Dajiwe. And I don't know, maybe some of you have seen a picture of me and this elephant, this beautiful young orphaned elephant. Her mother was killed by poachers, and she's been attacked by lions. Like, this little elephant has lived 9 lifetimes already, but they take care of her now. And I'd be having my coffee, and Dajiwe would come around, and I would just be having my coffee, and I would just jump on top of her, and she would just walk around. I'd be riding this elephant, having my coffee in the morning. It's like, wow, man, this is so profoundly amazing. That connection to the earth, laying there at night, on the ground, which in hindsight probably was not the best idea, considering there are lions walking around, but just smelling the earth and feeling so connected to the world was profound. And I didn't want to leave. I was only in Africa for 8 days, and I was so sad to leave. And I landed in New York City from Victoria Falls, Zimbabwe. Holy cow, the assault on my senses. That's how I really knew I had really come back to the earth. Leave an 8-week, retreat in the bush in Africa, and then land in New York City to go do a bunch of publicity and see what happens to your senses. Thank gosh my mother was there. My mom's like this amazing holistic healer. She did all this energy work on me and calmed me down, but I literally, my body was shaking when I landed in New York because of all the energy, and I had been so calm for these days. That was a really profound experience. And if you get a chance, I cannot recommend going to Africa more than anything, because there are places there It's like the birthplace of, it's the cradle of civilization. There in the Middle East, obviously. But calming yourself and really connecting to the ground that you're sitting on is one of the most beautiful human experiences, and feeling like you are a part of the wildlife there. Because it's disappearing quickly, and we're going to figure out how to stop that. But it is so important to do that. Hello. You're late for school, girls. But that was a profound experience that I'll never forget, and I'm going back, and we're going to do a lot of work in Zimbabwe to stop what's going on there with the land. And, Africa is turning into a giant desert because of land mismanagement. And this old scientist, who's the man, has figured out a way to stop it, and we're going to help implement it. So, yeah, I guess it would be Africa. Or being in Trinidad and Tobago and seeing these little leatherback sea turtles coming out of the sand and making their way to the sea. Wow, man. You're witnessing something that's been happening for 100 million years. It's crazy to think that. They've been around for 200 million years, but they came out of the sea. They became amphibious, if you will, about 100 million years ago. And what's even bizarre, leatherback sea turtles, so say they've been around for 100 million years. In the last 100 years, we've made them almost extinct. How crazy is that? Isn't that bizarre? How something can live for 100 million years, and in 100 years, humanity wipes them off the face of the planet? Blows my mind. So, but it's those types of experiences, man. And you can go down there, by the way. You can go, the accommodations are not, you're not going to be staying in a 5-star hotel, but you can literally go to this sea turtle sanctuary and volunteer and live with this amazing Afro-Caribbean woman named Suzanne. And you can stay at her house, and you can go and volunteer and watch this process. Oh my gosh. You can go hike in these waterfalls and these rainforests and stuff. It's there, it's available. And you can, it's in South America, it's near South America, it's in South America, it's near Venezuela, it's way down there. But you can plan these trips, man. You can go down to those places, and they're amazing. It's amazing.